It's the 7th of November today. Okay, but why is the 7th of November important, and where were you yesterday on the anniversary of Super Junior? Why didn't you do a video? Because I knew that this day is right after it, and it's just one day and I can combine the two videos in one because they actually belong together. Because it's still about Super Junior. Oh dear, everywhere! So, Super Junior just celebrated their 11th anniversary, which is crazy and amazing. If you know, I'm actually 22 years old this year, and what does that mean? That I'm actually twice the age of Super Junior, which is very exciting. Especially because from now on, like, there is not too much, like, there is less difference between us. I mean, technically, like there is the same always, but you know what I mean. So, it's like, I'm twice the age of Super Junior. I mean, technically not yet, because I'm older than 22 by like almost half month. So technically we would need to wait a couple of months to accomplish that. But if we only count the years, then hey, I'm twice the age of Super Junior. But that's still not it. So back in 2011, I stumbled upon Super Junior. Well, it wasn't too accidental. I mean, I was already into K-pop, and I met two girls at my school from another class, but we were like the same year. And they introduced me to Super Junior by pictures on one of their phones, basically. But, you know, I got interested, and I think I already told that story, so I started to research them a bit and just watch some things, but I wasn't really that into Suju, like I wasn't really sure. I was like, okay, I like them more than I did before. Like I knew like 3 of their songs, obviously their title tracks, the 3 recent ones, so I knew them, and I was like, why are they so popular? There are so many guys. But when I spent, well, around a week, I guess, researching, I was like, okay. And then I learned, and one day, when I went into school, and like we talked every day with those girls, and I was like, yesterday was their anniversary, right? And for some reason, this memory just sticks with me. Like, I remember it exactly where in the school I said it. I just remember everything there. And since it's connected so much to Super Junior, and I feel like that moment, there is no turning back. So I like to say that I count myself an elf from that day on. And today is the 5th anniversary of that day. 5th. Wow, like I've been an elf for 5 years, longer than many of people's favorite groups have been around at all. So I know it's not too much. Like I know people who have been around since 2010, 2009, and even longer, and I'm jealous. But from now on, I guess I feel better about that, like a bit. I think every year I feel even better about it, like, yay, I've been a fan of Suju for so long. I'm proud of myself, and I'm just happy, I guess, like, yay, I've been with them for so long, and it makes me really happy. So I also celebrate the 7th of November, well, not as much. I mean, I wasn't on Tumblr for 1.5 years properly, just reblog like a couple sets, like 3 times a year. And I went on Tumblr for the past 3 days. Well, not too long, but I did reblog a bunch of stuff, so that's something. So Suju's anniversary was around, so I felt like I kinda can go on Tumblr and reblog some anniversary stuff because they are always pretty. There are so many talented people who can edit pictures and do many pretty gift sets, and I don't even understand how do you remember that I need to search this for this gift set, or like they have like bunch of like videos which are like good for gift sets, or have all these gifts saved which they made before, but then how do they make them the perfect size for the gift set? So that is just interesting, like how do you do that? I mean, I have a pretty good memory, I remember a lot of things, but this just seems like something I never rubbed my mind around. So, but they are amazing people, so I went on Tumblr because of them. And Suju, I read all the letters and Songmin's, and Kangin also wrote like a tiny message. It was 2 words basically, and my heart hurts, and I really hope he can be back next year with the rest of them. So I'm not fine with how the situation is right now, but I understand how that this is like what you should do, like reflect and all the long time thing. And like anything he does, basically breathes is a bad thing according to many people currently. So like he can't exist properly, just like basically like not existing in a way that we know that he exists, and that makes me incredibly sad, because the thing is just how people preach about like you can't tell fat people all the time to lose weight because like they know it. So like Kangin knows that what he did is bad. So there is a limit after you don't need to tell him. So it just makes me incredibly upset, but he uploaded that Debbie picture of himself and he's super adorable on it, and sent that tiny message, and it just really warmed my heart, because you know, when you saw all the letters of the other members, you were like, come here. So yeah, everyone wrote, not really, but you know, 10 of them, because Kangin didn't, and you know how the rest of the 4 is 2 different and 2 treated differently. So yeah, but 11th anniversary is a crazy number, and I'm really happy that my bios group happened to live this long, and I know that they can go on strong for at least 1 more decade or more. Like, I don't think that they are ever going to disband, like the meaning of the word disband. Like, it can happen that after a while they won't release an album, but even that, I feel like it's impossible in a way. It's not like they couldn't release like after 10 years, like 1 album every 3 years. I'm not saying yearly comebacks after a while, but it's not impossible. Like, yeah, so of course I hope at least a decade more long career, because I need to experience more though. And I'm really excited for the next year's anniversary as well, because then I can celebrate that I have spent half of Super Junior's career with them. And that's also a meaningful date, as like 5th year anniversary, and it's not 10 but 5th, and they're 11th, and it's amazing. So yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. Ryoki's letter was so long. Like he wrote the first letter, and second I think we already got like 2 or 3 letters before from him, but he barely enlisted. But those were really short letters, and I got really surprised, because this was like, I think it was the longest what he wrote, but all of theirs was pretty long. Maybe Shivon's wasn't that long, but he wrote a poem. And the English one is basically a Google search one, but yay! So I'm so excited for Christmas and New Year's Eve, because then we got back Shindongi and Songmini, and then not too much left until we got back in Shihei, and then by the time, you know, I already talked about that, so I'm pretty excited for that, except that my university final things are coming up in January 2nd, and then the same week, so I'm not that excited for that, but at least Shindong and Songmin are going to be back by that time. And I'm going to be suffering and studying and not sleeping. And I'm not looking forward to that, except that it's important to get Shindong and Songmin back. I talked a lot. This is supposed to be a pretty short video, so 5 years for me with Super Junior, and then 11 years with us, everyone on this earth. And I'm really happy that I got to live in this time in a pretty good age. I think like my age is pretty good for Super Juniors, like they're still older than me. Like I'm satisfied with my age compared to them, I would say that. Like I like that my age difference with Kihyun is 6 years, and with Ituk it's 11 years. I think it's pretty okay. So yeah, like I mean, of course you can be any age. I just prefer that for myself. I like it like this. Like if you like it your way, it's just totally fine. It's not me saying, but I'm happy that I'm this age compared to them. Did I explain it well? Like I'm pretty happy with getting into them when I was 17 years old. It was okay. So I guess thank you so much those 2 friends who I haven't talked to in years to, but yay! They live their lives, I live my life with these and other people too, but them. So thank you so much for watching, and happy anniversary Super Junior, and let's go. We have the next year, we are going to have 8th album. Yes, Ituk is the 8th album, and there was the special thing and we don't count it, and it's just a mess. Bye, thanks for watching. Please love Super Junior. they are better than you expect them. But if you're already watching this video, probably you love them, so yay!